Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Hope you're doing great today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm actually having a funny day today. I'm actually running late for something, and it's I just don't know what's happened to myself this morning. I've been playing with eyeshadow. I put too much on. I've got my hair all over the place, but I'm trying to get to a meeting. But I wanted to do this video while I was in the mood, because the article that I want to share with you is about always being late. And actually, it's an article that I had read a few weeks ago, and I was just waiting for the opportunity to share this with you, because I'm not a late person. I don't usually show up late for things. I'm always on time, and I will be on time today. But the article is by Roseanne Ullman, and it's a funny article. You've got to read it. And she's got some really cool ideas that I want to share with you. There's 4 strategies, and I'm going to share those all with you, that she has learned over her life of being late, always chronically late. So anyway, before we go any further though, I must tell you that my tea today, I'm drinking, actually, it's a mango and strawberry. It's a really interesting little tea. Mango strawberry, it says for the perfect cup. But I like fruit teas now. I'm kind of going through a fruit tea time. I'm usually drinking a lot of oolong and black tea, but I'm into fruit right now. But I hope that you got a cup of tea too. Thanks for joining me. Now, our sponsor for today's show is Easy Spirit. Now, Easy Spirit is a company that's been making comfortable and beautiful shoes for women for 35 years. And they've innovated their product line, and they've got some really beautiful designs. So you don't have to sacrifice style for comfort. You get both. And Easy Spirit really does believe one thing, that comfort should be totally uncomplicated, and that we should be able to embody that spirit, as so many women do all around the world. And you can check out their products at easyspirit.com. They make a range of sizes, lots of different widths and orthotics, so you can find a pair that are perfect for your feet. I know a lot of women in our community have challenges with foot sizes and different issues, so Easy Spirit is a great option for you. And if you go to the underneath this article, in the description, you'll see a promotional code, a promo code for 20% off of the Easy Spirit shoes of your choice. So just take a look at that, and thank you so much to Easy Spirit for sponsoring 60 and Me. Now, this topic of being late, I've calmed down now, actually. It's just one of these things. I really value timeliness, and of course, living in Switzerland, it is a way of life. I mean, the trains leave literally on the minute, on the second almost. And I've learned, over my life, that I do value being on time. And I always make use of the minutes I have earlier if I get there early. But even now, there's more to be utilized. And these 4 tips I'm going to share with you in a minute are actually very practical. They're going to help you. But I won't go through all the detail here, but if you read Roseanne's article, she said that, most of the time in her early adulthood, she was always late. She would arrive when the meeting was in play. She would arrive after the table had been set and the people had hors d'oeuvres. I mean, she was always late. She said her kids probably had to wait in the snow more than the average child, waiting for her to show up after school, or not have the key to the door. She really was bad. And she recognized this, and she was, giving some excuses like, oh, we're just people that, get easily distracted. Like the cat wants to play, and I really had to, take a few minutes to take her the dog for a walk, or, they just don't think ahead. Like they're not thinkers. Like they think, I'll get packed tomorrow. I'll pack just before the flight. No problem. They don't think ahead as to what their tendency to be late what impact it can have. And other people will say, well, they're just unrealistic. They just don't know how long it takes to walk to the bus stop or to get in the car and go to the place. So, people that are chronically late always do have these excuses, things that they don't feel affects them but everybody else. And the bottom line too is people do say that these types of people are just inconsiderate. They just don't think of other people. They basically think that their time is more value than the person who is waiting for them, and that's selfish. And so poor Roseanne knew this, but it's something like a habit, like you can't break it. And so she just decided, okay, this is it. I've got to do something about it. And here's what she came up with. These are the 4 ideas that she had that work for her, and they may not work for you, but this is what she does. She gets dressed first. I mean, like dressed with shoes on, the whole thing, like totally dressed, like not deciding about whether the scarf or that last minute, but just to get shower and get dressed hours ahead. And if that includes putting on your whole outfit and shoes, that's great. Then you've got no time really to think about matching earrings or matching scarf, or whether you can leave if you've got a few 20 minutes at the end after really getting ready early. You can then empty the dishwasher or play with the cat or whatever it was that was going to make you late. So get dressed first. That's the first thing. Stay in a bubble is the other piece of advice. Ignore distractions. These are the worst things. Your inbox is a big distraction. Don't go look at your mail because you will get off on a tangent. 10 minutes will pass and you'll miss the bus. Put away the laptop. Lock up the pets. They don't want to go for a walk, even though they look at you with those big eyes and say, please, just be in a bubble, stay in your bubble, and don't, get distracted by news. That's another thing, breaking news. Oh my goodness, I have to check that out. That's something that's important. So that's stay in your bubble. Another thing is decide what you're going to do earlier in the day, like work out your schedule. What will the traffic look like? You can check the weather. You can go online now and check weather, see what the weather's going to be. Check the train schedules to see whether they're on time or whether you've got gas in the car. You just think about all those things. I mean, yes, it's called planning. Plan stuff. And with that planning, you can then be realistic about how long. So that's first thing is get ready first, stay in your bubble, make your plans earlier in the day. And then the final thing, which I actually quite love, is enjoy the wait. Get there 10 minutes early and enjoy the wait. You can always find a seat and sit down, check something on your phone. You can read an article. You can take some notes. There's always something to do now. Our phones have saved us from boredom, or we can even do something like have a conversation with someone. But it's really just the realization, I guess she said, that it's just inconsiderate to let people wait. That your time is not more important. It is as important, but not more important than someone else. So you just take your those things and don't keep people waiting. I just thought this was a great confessional, and it was also really practical. Those things that you can do to stop getting distracted, which helps you, and have that mindset that we're kind of all important here. The people that are waiting for you are important too. And to sort of overcome the chronically late syndrome. So how often are you late to an appointment or a meeting or a dinner? How is that usually received? And what's your attitude now towards people who are always late? What's your attitude? I think that's a really cool question. But anyway, I'd love to know your chronically late story. If you are someone who has trouble being on time, and what you're trying to do to overcome that, if you have. So thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate you, your support as always. You mean a lot to me, and I want you to know that. Thank you for coming back every day. Thank you for telling your friends about 60andMe and telling them about our Aging Beautifully cards, which are our deck of inspirational cards. It's the only thing that we sell. All of our other products are free. All of our content is free. Our yoga videos are now free on YouTube. So please feel free to take advantage of that. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. Take very good care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.